First, she called Tia Kim at 1 a.m. in the morning to beef. Then, she aired out Kalani's location and where she lives with her child. And then it just continues on to the point that now she ended up on Khia. Khia, yes, Khia's Docket. Let's talk about it. They 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 talk about it. Welcome back to She Could Talk the Podcast. I'm your host, Gangalee. Hey, and that's Gangalee on all streaming platforms. If you want to check out my music, look for the glasses, look for the locks. You tell me if I can rap or not. Okay, but over here on YouTube, on She Could Talk the Podcast, this is where I react to everything. I react to news, sports, crimes, musicians, politicians, YouTubers, TikTokers. If they're talking about it, we're talking about it, okay? Okay. Now, we are back in Chrisean Rock's world. We are back. I reacted to when she called Tia Kemp 1 a.m. and they had their beef that didn't last too long, thank God. Then I came back and reacted to her and Kalani. They went to the gym and within a matter of 48 hours, they were beefing, unfollowed each other. It had exchanges on, Instagram and TikTok, etc. It was crazy. But it never stops with Chrisean, right? So it was a couple of small things that popped up that were kind of going viral that I was just like, at this point, I don't know if it's a cry for help or if it's just antics, right? So I try to stay out of the group chat. I really do. I try. But some more stuff has popped up that I was just like, what's happening? What's going on? And another Yanti has entered the group chat. Yes, another Yanti. So, if you don't know, this week, Khia, and if you're not familiar with Khia, she is the Tampa Bay, Florida rapper. My neck, my back. Y'all know Khia. Shout out to Khia. And Khia has a show where she kind of basically, the gag order, where she's like, reading stuff down her docket. She got that gavel. She's banging it and cussing you out. She's like on it. This is Khia. Khia lets off the clips like when she's handing out them gag orders, right? So this week, Chrisean Rock ended up on her docket, right? And I wanted to react to that and share some commentary behind it because first Yanti from Florida, Tia Kemp. Second Yanti from Florida, Khia, has entered the chat. And for all y'all don't know, I'm a Yanti too. But for what I wanted to do though was react to some of her antics. And then it's two things that I found. It was back in 2023 where Khia was just asking questions about Chrisean being pregnant on her show or on her live. And, they had a back and forth banter with her and her guests about Chrisean being pregnant. So that was in 2023. But before we get to, and then after that, then we'll get to her reacting this week or, to Khia on her show. To Chrisean on Khia's show. But what we're going to start out with first is Chrisean when she went to Miss Nikki Baby's party. Now, Miss Nikki Baby is a reality show star celebrity, just like her, but she was on Love and Hip Hop in LA. And she has a child or children with one of the Ball brothers, right? From the famous basketball team brothers, you know what I'm talking about. So she went to her party and there was a birthday cake, because it was her birthday party. There were no no plates around, no knives, no forks, nothing to cut the cake. So Lefty Gunplay, which I'm not sure if he's a rapper, artist, or if he's just a reality star as well. I don't know. Keep me honest about him, guys. He's not on my radar. But he took a cup and scooped out some cake. And because there were no forks or anything, he was eating the cake with his hands out of the cup. Chrisean apparently seen that move, and because he was standing right by the cake, maybe she might have thought he was digging in the cake and eating it. So let's see what she proceeds to do. Notice, he has a cup right here. Do you see my mouse, guys? This blue thing right here is the cup full of cake that the guy scooped out, and he's eating out of that cup. But look where Chrisean's hand is. We've been through all types of coronaviruses, pandemics, all types of stuff where I know for me, I may not have been an intense germophobia before, but I'm very aware, very super aware of germs. So this would have freaked me out. But look what she proceeds to do. A mother proceeds to do.
But somebody gotta do it.
This is a different angle. Look where her hand is. The girl didn't even cut her birthday cake yet. The girl did not cut her birthday cake yet. But look. So she thought she had a accomplice because the guy standing next to her eating cake too. And I'm not going to say what he did was right because he scooped out some cake. Let that woman cut her cake and divvy out the cake to who, when she's ready. So he took it upon himself to scoop it out. Bad, but at least he took a cup and scooped out a portion for himself and he's eating it off to the side. This one is digging into it, putting it to her mouth, digging back into it with the same hand. You cannot tell me that this is a mature individual. You heard the person behind the camera say, "Y'all are ridiculous as fuck." I agree. So that was one event of antics. This is another event. You see she's in different clothes. Word on the curb is, and I don't know, guys, you tell me, because, I'm trying to stay out of this group chat. But word on the curb is the joke is like a running joke that she goes to events to eat because she's like in between places. She's like a couch surfer. She's, from friend to friend's house, et cetera, et cetera. So she's going to these events to eat. Now, I'm not going to say that's true or not. I have no facts on that. I have no dog in this ways. But what I am observing is the guy right here, I don't know if I can put my mouse on it, in the black, he's holding the carry-out tray. He's the caterer of this event. So I don't know if people were buffet style serving their own food or if he was divvying food up. But let's look and see what Chrisean did at this event. Look at the spoon she's using, and she dips it back into the stuff. And he's like, "Yo, I could make you a plate. You want some macaroni and cheese?" Look at her eating the rice. She put the spoon in her mouth and then put it back in his plate. Look. So, you've seen that event, right? That went viral. It just keeps going with this young lady. It just keeps going. It's nonstop. So this event went viral, this catering situation, and everyone is like, "Oh my God, she took the catering spoon, the serving spoon, and ate the rice from the pan, put the spoon back in the pan, and ate more rice again." And the guy's in shock. He's a caterer. He knows I get it. He's not trying to burn any bridges. It could be another celebrity that can hire him. If she looking for someone, don't go. Don't go to that one. But so I know he's trying to keep his composure, but you could see it in his face and his body language. He was like, "Yo, you want me to? I can make you some food because you clearly look hungry." So it went viral, and people was like, because the dude didn't say anything, it had to be a skit. It had to be a skit because basically, I guess she's at this point known for her skits, but it wasn't a skit. And instead, this is what happened. This is the chef's response.
First off, I want to say thank you to Chrisean for coming out there to support. That was much love. I ain't take that lightly. That was very big for me. Just wanted to clear the air. There's a lot of back and forth shit on the internet. And I just wanted to say, it wasn't no skit. So the shit that she did with the spoon, I ain't really approve of it, but the rice was almost done. So I ain't really care. I do get a lot of crazy reactions from my clients, you know. So it's nothing new. So that's why I wasn't so surprised. But at the end of the day, it still wasn't acceptable. You show much love. I appreciate you for coming. It was a good time. Thank
Oh no, I ain't watched it.
Did you hear it? He said it was. I'm gonna go back and let him say it again. You know what I'm saying? Because you could tell in the joint. If you look at him there, he was looking at her like, "Yo, I can make you a plate. Like it's not a problem. It's more than enough food. I can make you a plate to eat and a plate to go. How about that?" But she's eating with the man's spoon, and then I'm just saying, like, you don't. Wow.
So I ain't really care. I do get a lot of crazy reactions from my clients.
So look,
Say, it wasn't no skit. So the shit that she did with the spoon, I ain't really approve of it. But the rice was almost done. So I ain't really care. I do get a lot of crazy reactions from my clients, so it's nothing new. So that's why I wasn't so surprised. But at the end of the day, it still wasn't acceptable. You show much love. I appreciate you for coming. It was a good time. Thank
Oh no, I ain't watched it.
all right. You heard him. He said he appreciated her for coming because he's professional, right? So give that young man an applause. He kept his composure. He did not diss her. He did not, but he said, hey, it was inappropriate. It was unacceptable. But, I did appreciate you're being so joyous over my food, I guess. I don't know. And then, and I can't front, whatever he had left looked good. So I was like trying to figure out what was going on, what event it was for. But now we're going to go back a little bit because you know what? When I do my commentaries, if I could find something to make it all make sense, I'd like to take a trip down memory lane. So this is 2023 when Chrisean was pregnant, right? And I don't know if people were thinking she was pregnant or not. They was like finding it hard to believe that she was pregnant because she was doing a lot of drinking, a lot of smoking, and a lot of heavy partying, just like now. Just like now. Now, and I wonder, where does the baby be when all this partying and going on? Like when she's at the event eating food, who's feeding the baby? Like, what's the baby eating? Where's he at? But anyway, so this was Khia. Khia, once again, Tampa Bay, my neck, my back, Florida. Khia was on her show, The Gag Order, and she had some guests up there, and they're going through a live chat in 2023, and they were asking she was asking them some questions about Chrisean, like, is she pregnant? Is she not pregnant? Because of the drinking and smoking that everyone was witnessing online. So I'm gonna get into this.
Girl pregnant from Blueface or no? I don't think so. I think that's some bullshit. So that was a pack of lies. That's some bullshit, girl.
Oh, and also, excuse the language. These are their opinions, not mine. Disclaimer, but they're kind of real. And hindsight's 2020 because this conversation happened in 2023 before the baby got here. Okay, the baby's here now, and we see the condition he's in.
That's some bullshit. How is she having a baby as drunk and fucked up as she act out here in these streets? What baby she having?
So okay.
She was pregnant because Blueface was with his baby mama on his birthday. Had to be. Because she was pregnant on his birthday. She said she was pregnant with twins and she was at the hospital. So that's a lie, queen. She had pee on the stick. We know that's a lie, queen. That's a lie. She had Kiki pee on the stick. She did something, queen. So she did something. But I know she ain't having no damn baby. Okay, she ain't need no How baby. You having a baby? Hide in the Cooter Brown. Oh, child, they said she was hiding in the Cooter Brown and drunk. She hiding in the Cooter Brown all the time.
You heard that, right? So this is a conversation that people Khia and her guests were having in 2023. And let me tell you, Khia wasn't the only one having this conversation and these questions. I myself, reluctantly in the group chat, is like, what is happening? She can't be. And then she always wear her midriff, so you were seeing that belly. You see her on the top of the van. You see her all over the place. You see her in the club smoking around massive smoke, and just like putting herself under extra duress. As a pregnant woman unnecessarily. So that was crazy watching it in real time. But seeing the baby now is heartbreaking. I'll say that. But let's let Khia and her guests continue.
TV, you see her? So did you watch her show? The show? Child, fuck no. I ain't watched that motherfucking show. Hell no, I ain't watched the show. Child, the only reason I subscribed to Zeus is to watch Baddies. How was Baddies? That's the only reason. They say she was fighting on there too. Child, she fought on there. She ain't have shit to do with shit. She just, that flame about to die out, Queen. It's about to die out. It's about to go out. And everybody gonna forget about her ass. Yeah. Cause she ain't shit. She ain't shit. What is her talent?
Okay. And I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about like, okay, you know how they say 15 minutes of fame? At this point in time, like, she had a cuteness to her, and Tia hit it right on the head. So I don't want to like beat a dead horse and repeat it, or be sounding repetitious or whatever. But I don't know if it's the drugs. I don't know if it's the stress. I don't know if it's just dealing with a disabled child. But she does not have that young vibrantness to her anymore, right? She kind of looks a little mental. She kind of looks like it's something going on. So I think that she needs to retreat and not be out and about and get yourself settled, right? Not relying on these people, because these people are using you for clickbait and using you for numbers for their content, right? At the behest of you and your child, who's a disabled child. Everyone has confirmed this from the grandmother on down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy now for you to continue to be out here doing these antics. But this was 2023, and this is what they were saying.
She ain't got no clothes now. She ain't got no restaurant. She ain't got shit. She signed the Blueface Entertainment. She ain't got shit, Queen.
Kaya is so funny.
They did the video pretending to be married. Child. Throw it away. Throw it away, Queen. Put the song on the docket. Throw it away, Queen. Is he gonna marry her? He ain't marrying that hoe. Did you see the video when he said it? He told them niggas, he said, look, I ain't never been I ain't marrying nobody.
So he's talking about like it was, and at first, right? Because they did a good publicity stunt with it. It was a video where Blueface is performing, it's like a love song, and he's marrying Chrisean in the video, and they did like a lot of clickbait with the behind the scenes, but it looked like a wedding, right? So it looked like wedding pictures online. So everybody was like, yo, he married her, and gaslighting their audience, right? And people was like, oh, the story, she got the guy, because it was between her and Jada, I think her name is, or Jaden, the first baby mother, right? But it was all clickbait. And he told her then, like, I don't know, like I told you this before, like when I said it previously, like, could it have been that he kept her around to avoid liability because of like how she was on the show, she hurt herself, etc., and it just kind of snowballed from there? Could it be?
Said that in the video. He said that on the video. So why she? They ain't even know allegedly. He said. So all the closest she gonna get to a wedding is that video. Child. I don't know what it is. Is on fire, child. Blueface ain't looking good.
So
somebody running.
We're gonna go back a bit. So that was 2023. This right here is going to be this week. That I guess they sent Chrisean over to Khia's docket for the gag order, and let's listen to this. I don't know, judgment that she passed.
I don't know what it is. Is on fire, child. Blueface ain't looking good in prison. Somebody running sick up in his ass too. Like they're just playing tattoo, tic-tac-toe, and everything else on that nigga face. And Blueface was a handsome man. You know what Chrisean the Rock Johnson. You better leave Tia alone, girl, because your baby daddy, or is that really your baby daddy?
Okay.
Wait, I thought this bitch found Jesus, but y'all been sending all kind of videos to the docket of Chrisean the Rock Johnson threatening to whoop Tia, Auntie Tia. And I thought she had found Jesus. Gag order. And got baptized. Child, see, that's why I don't trust no nigga, don't trust no Christian, child.
Hey, listen, don't mess with Tia, all right? The whole Florida gonna come out. Don't mess with the Yanti. The Yantis will unite.
You got the right one fucking with Tia. Child, if you don't put them bottles and blunts down and focus on your baby,
okay,
you better. Now, child, before you get hit in the face with a stack of Bibles and CPS fines to show up to collect your child that still ain't walking or talking. They should have collected as soon as you pushed it out your ass. Child, you need help. The baby need help. Your mama need help. Your sister need. The whole family need help.
Is it safe to say that Khia is worse than me with my?
That baby ain't got a chance, not a fighting chance. If you don't turn that fucking camera off right now, you better. Child, this is the case of DDD, demonic, delusional, and in denial. Let's talk about the order. On the curb, Chrisean the Rock Johnson ain't saved no more after she was spotted out here in these streets, homeless in a bonnet. Not homeless in a bonnet, crashing out and playing on folks, grown folks' phone, making death threats.
That's what she was calling Tia.
Special needs child and the people are tired. Girl, we so sick of you.
Yes, Lord. We are tired.
Yes, we are all tired of you riding around in hot boxes with your special needs child, smoking weed, drinking, while pawning jewelry, trying to fight everybody but your addictions and failure to be a mother from the
well.
Child, if you don't pour all that same energy into your child, you better and leave grown folks alone. Now, yeah, you better. When you get hit in your head, you don't want to come down there to Florida with that bullshit. Anyway, child, while you out here in these streets and smoke shop embarrassing a pastor, I said, she ain't going to church no more on Sunday. The church people say they sick of you too, girl, in there just dropping that baby on his head. I said, you need to be attending to your untreated, undiagnosed baby and your undiagnosed motherfucking mental health issues. Tia said what needed to be said. And, you know, I back my Scorpio sister up 100% because you need to do better. Baby, do we need to come and get the child? Don't make me call Tia. Baby, get Tia on the line. See if we can get Tia to see if she come over here and get this baby. The person who you cussing out is the person you need. You need professional help, ambulance, and fire police and ambulance. Fire police and ambulance. Guidance. Get you some bitch before your child gets snatched and your ass be in jail without the bail looking like your baby daddy with that.
Okay.
Reader, people find you guilty of being a dumb, stupid bitch and an unfit mother. Gag, go to read people order you to be sent to Iran with your mom, taking a child, Gag, go to give him a Tia so he can be raised right. Okay? One thing a Scorpio gonna do, we gonna raise some children. In that is on fire, child. Blueface ain't.
Okay. Shout out to Khia. Did she not read her left, right, up, and down? Okay? And that's the thing. Tia didn't do that at first. Tia was nice. Tia was just like, baby, get off the internet and just take care of your child. Because women to women, mother to mother, like, it's something going on there. And when you have children, period, you got to take care of your children, to take time with them and help them, nurture and support them. But if you see, you also got to be able to pay attention and make sure that they're reaching their milestones. And if they're not, then it's your duty to do the due diligence and make sure that your child develops and get the need and the therapy and whatever it is, education, help, health care, whatever it is, to develop. But instead, at parties, being the I don't know what you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? The uncouth person at the party, the untrained person. I remember back in the days, you know, like my mom and them would be like, them to have home training. Right? And that basically means like you don't have no home training or you don't have any manners, right? Them not have home training. And it's true. You know, when they're referring to like a bad kid or somebody out there conducting themselves wild like this in public, you know, at the very minimum, because I'm greedy now. I'm greedy. At the very minimum, I would have went and found the caterer or somebody and be like, hey, is there a fork that I can cut or a knife I can cut the cake with a plate? Are we cutting the cake yet? What time is the cake being cut, right? But not just taking it upon myself to just disrespect that girl's birthday cake like that. And then the caterer, you ate from his spoon. First of all, that's not even a spoon that you would eat with on a regular. It's a serving spoon, a cooking spoon. That dude looked like he threw the spoon away when it was done. And he had to circle back because he was like, yo, it must have been a skit because the guy didn't get upset about it. And he was like, nah, I was upset. And it was unacceptable. You know, but as a mother, you're out here with a child that clearly has special needs. These are the antics that you're doing. Is this a cry for help? Is this a cry for help? Or is just, I just don't give a fuck? Which one is it, guys? Which one is it? Excuse my language, but this is the realm we're in. So when in Rome, right? So I just wanted to leave it here and just kind of like circle back because once again, Chrisean is on a roll, right? How do you all feel about that? Is she just like does she get a pass because she's a celebrity or because she's Blueface's baby mother? She gets a pass. Should she chill out? Should she chill out, retreat from the limelight and perhaps focus on her kid and his health and well-being? Is this okay? Do you think this is okay and she's fine and no one no one should care the wiser. You all let me know, but I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm going to hit you with the motto and hit you with the brand. If you like anything I do, tell a friend. If you don't like anything I do, tell a friend. And from my lips to your ears, I love you, but I need you to love me. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not already subscribed. Turn on your notifications, hit the like button, and engage with me in the comments, okay? We're going to have some lives coming up soon, so we'll be talking about it in real time, okay? And until next time, it's your girl Gongali. This is She Could Talk the Podcast, and I'm out. Peace. They talk about it. They talk about it. They talk